Welcome back to another episode of The Steady Compass. I'm your host, Quez. Today, I'm joined by a very, very special guest in, yes, a very new place. Our very first IRL show. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you Hansel Batista. You know him from his work as a musician, engineer, and business mogul. He's the co-founder and operator of King House Productions, Aberrant, and is also the creator of the ever-encompassing music NFT collection, 100 Pages. We are sitting with a true visionary, builder, and incredible human being. Hansel, welcome to the show.
How you doing, bro?
Alive and well, brother. Can't complain.
Yeah, man. That's a hell of an intro, man. That's crazy. No, it's making me feel important.
Because you are, man. You are so important. The work that you do is important.
Yeah.
The reps that you put in is important. The at least in my view, the image, the inspiration that you put out of hard work, of seeing things through, of believing in yourself, despite tremendous odds that may warn you to consider otherwise. You stand in the face of fear and you say, "Fuck you, motherfucker."
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. It's cool. I mean, it's refreshing to be honest. It's refreshing to hear it from you. You know that you see me that way, but it doesn't feel like that for me. If I'm real, it feels more like what the fuck? How the fuck am I gonna do this shit? God damn! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Shit! Fuck! It's not working! It's not working! It's not working! That's what I'm going through.
A lot of walls, failures, challenges.
Beating my head against the wall every fucking day.
You describe it as fires. Some fires just come up and you feel like it's constantly a barrage of
all day.
Putting it out.
It's all day, bro. And when you're doing this shit independently, like I am, like I made that choice since the beginning. I don't wanna get a handout because then they're gonna say, oh, without me, they wouldn't exist, right? So I don't want that. So anytime it starts looking like that, I exit myself out of the situation so that they don't have an option to be able to say that. Call it ego, call it whatever the fuck you want. But if they're trying to sub me and I'm putting 100% of the work and they're just sitting behind me trying to get the fucking credit, I'll be damned because I'm working way too hard. Like I said, I'm beating my fucking head against the wall every day. I'm not going to sit here and let nobody fucking take that. That's going by prayer. What happens with that? You piss a lot of motherfuckers off. You step on a lot of toes on the way up. Because they think that you coming in and saying, yo, I don't need none of y'all to do this shit. It's arrogance. It's not self-sufficiency, which is the differentiator. I'm saying, yeah, no, thank you. You guys kicked the doors. You guys fucking made it to where I was so fucking excited to do this fucking hip-hop shit that we do. But I'll be damn if I should sit here and be like, no, wait, unless JC says I got it, I don't got it. You understand what I'm saying to you?
You said some shit to me years ago.
It's crazy.
Even if Jay-Z looked at me and said, I don't like your music, your response would be, well, I'll see you at the top.
Yeah, I'll see you at the top.
I never forget what you said.
I'll see you at the top. It seems like you're missing something, Jay. Are you sure? Because this shit got to eat. No, call the bro. Hey, I'll see you, bro. I'll see you at the top. That's what I said to Lil Man the first time I met him.
So this is what I think is interesting about.
And now we're in the album going to the Grammys together.
Yeah.
That sounds like the top to me. Doing NFTs.
Yeah.
That sounds like the top to me. I don't know. That sounds like the top to me.
Things are certainly
maybe not to y'all. But it sounds like the top. I need to find out. We just started. This is the first 5 minutes, y'all.
Hey, yeah.
First 5 minutes, y'all. I'm already lit. Y'all. I'm too lit right now. I was just calm down. Medicating myself right now from my back pain. I got glaucoma, you know what I mean? I got glaucoma, but back pain. You see what I'm saying? Shout out Snoop.
You said something interesting that triggered a route of ego, but that's not what everybody sees. Like,
you know,
I mostly tell you,
it's hard to, because think about how they see Russ. And I'm sorry to interrupt. They see Russ as an arrogant fuck all the time.
I think it's calculated.
I get it. But they used to just think of him before he posted how much money he made and shit. And shot on the whole industry. And then everybody changed the tone. Oh, no. Russ, no. Yeah, Russ. Big boy, Russ. Yeah, hey, big bro. And the whole thing changed. When this motherfucker said, hey, I went from making like $300 to like $20,000 to like $100-something thousand.
The music's
indie, 100% indie.
Yeah. And I think he's laid out a great framework.
Yeah. We put the asterisk of he got signed after being indie for a while.
Sure.
He made a major play of when he got signed, he said, okay, I'm going to give you guys 5 albums. I'll give you 5 albums that you own Columbia Records. And we do a split, back end deal, whatever the fuck it is. Cool. You guys monetize that. 360, whatever the fuck it is. However, you don't touch my previous catalog.
Oh, that's mine.
100%.
He's getting paid on that for that.
He's getting paid on that. And he utilized all the leverage that the label put on him, all the press, all the media press
to
still get there. Because what happens? You get a fan, you get a brand new fan. They go listen to the brand new album that the label dropped.
They like you a lot.
And then they go like, oh, what else does he have? What else? Oh, let me see this old song. So this early stuff. Let me listen to this early stuff.
I can't tell you how many.
It's a classic bangers. That's what you do. That's what you normally do as a fan.
Yeah.
Oh, I wonder how he started. What did he sound like when he started? Boom, here we go. I'm getting paid.
Yeah.
Here we go. I'm getting fucking paid right now.
Oh, wait.
That's the whole point of having a catalog, of releasing a catalog.
See, but to go back to the point of him, he could be perceived as arrogant during his rise up, but he always knew in the back of his mind what it was doing. And I would say that there's an argument to be made that you even have that same kind of tone. And I feel that
I know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah.
If people are looking at you in a case where you feel that the ego is having to be what strikes back, I would just like to share for our audience out there, they know like that is not always the Batista I see, because the Batista I've seen is caring, is very, very like watching out for the people who are trying to like actually get ahead. Yeah. And that's what I think you meant earlier about self-sufficiency. It's like you gotta want it yourself.
That's the difference. And that's what I celebrate.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I celebrate. I don't even celebrate talent anymore, which is crazy to me.
Because talent is whatever. Not if hard work doesn't show up.
There's too much out there.
Yeah.
You know how many people I've heard going on a date, going to the movies at night, and hear this crazy saxophone player. It's just parking your fucking car, bro. That's what you're hearing. And all motherfuckers out there in the street not doing shit with that talent. You understand what I'm saying?
We're just trying to get a couple bucks.
That's it.
It's not being placed. Like the argument could be made that he could place that talent in a place where putting in
way
reps,
way bigger
vehicle. I love that significantly.
Now, I don't know
the circumstance.
I don't know their life, bro.
Yeah.
I'll be damned if I end up when I'm fucking 70s playing guitar outside of a goddamn parking lot, and then people hear ding, 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 with my fucking guitar. It will be crazy if the universe hits me with that at the end of my life. So you never know, for real. You never know. But part of how I think about it is you can't squander your talents. You can't squander your talents because they're a gift. They are a gift. So they're a gift from the other side, God, whatever the fuck you believe, right? Cool. If you have a gift, if you squander it, so if you have a gift, you're supposed to share it, right? How do I share my shit? Making music that transcends. Making music that even when people pay for the album for $10, it was not even enough for how good the song made him feel. How much they got out of that.
It's invaluable.
It's invaluable shit. That's how I can pay it forward. Mm-hmm. If I can create some invaluable shit that transcends my existence, I actually respected my gift. I actually did the shit that I was supposed to do.
You've done right by it in that.
I can die, and then my gifts were not gonna waste.
Or who knows? Maybe it also planted seeds too, inspired the next generation.
That is not going to waste.
Yeah,
that is not going to waste. When I say some priceless shit, it's shit that moves the soul of another human being.
Exactly.
And then you get, then you should work.
Then you've done right.
It works.
So this is a beautiful segment.
Same with doing. I'm sorry, but same with doing practice. That's the same thing. It's not the show. It's not the beautiful part. Mm-hmm. It's the grinding, excruciating part, the painful part that your talent requires.
In order to be refined,
you have to
truly be.
You have to. If not, then you also squandering your talent. So it's not just like putting it out to the world. It's putting the best that your talent can be, cultivating your talent, learning where your talent is, then putting it out into the world in a way that is unique and it is undeniable.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be undeniable.
What a great word choice.
It has to be undeniable.
So there's a gentleman named Cal Newport who wrote a book called "So Good They Can't Ignore You."
That's it.
And
that's the concept. That's the concept.
That exactly.
That's the book.
Craftsman's mentality.
You have
such that you're just. It doesn't matter if you're talented. That's congratulations. You have a gift. You know.
Yeah.
But if you're not putting into the best of its ability, what good is it?
Talent makes you lazy. I'm so fucking lazy, bro. I don't practice.
Wait,
With my music, you don't understand.
You're playing in reps. Wait. But just in case we forgot about who we're speaking with, this is a gentleman who is not just a musician.
No, I'm
saying an engineer. He's also a business mogul. So you're juggling a fair.
You're helping me feel better about my thing.
I'm not trying to make you feel better. I want you to recognize that you're putting in reps, like getting multiple areas.
No, let me explain what I'm trying to.
I know what you mean by the gift, though.
I'm not paying homage to the gift because when I was actually doing so, I would practice every day before bed 2 hours. Besides practicing for a couple hours with my band, besides spending 6 to 7 hours in the studio with just running every day after school. That's dedicating time to your fucking craft. Right now, I'm like, oh, let me make a beat. And I'll just make it because I have the muscle memory. But I'm not doing reps for no reason. I'm not shooting 3-pointers for 3 hours. That's actually, it's not showing up at the game because I'm good and I can dunk the ball. I can dunk the fucking ball.
Yeah.
Bet. But Steph Curry goes after the game and shoots 100 fucking baskets.
Mm-hmm.
Or 1,000. I don't even know what the fuck he does.
But you know he's putting in the work behind the scenes.
Every time.
But no one's.
Ain't nobody there.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody there.
Amy Lillard talks about that
That's
all
what
the
I'm
time.
saying.
Like,
So
the reason you close, you come in clutch, is because you put in the right. Nobody else was watching.
So right now, I can tell you guys, I'm not even. You're listening to my shit and you think it's hard. I'm not even practicing, yo. I'm not even practicing every day.
Well,
I guess I should. Imagine what I do, motherfuckers. Get ready. Get ready.
That's maybe where I want to compel you with this question I've been meaning to ask you now. It's I'm very curious to hear about the why of your music. I'll describe it to me before, but I think it's one of the most moving sentiments. The call for the why you want to use this gift, the impact you want to have with it. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah, well, maybe. Why I want to use the gift?
Yeah,
is different than kind of what I'm trying to do with King House.
I see.
Like, what is the legacy I'm trying to build with King House? So, King House for us. Let me answer the first one first. So, me using my gift. If I don't use it, I die. Is the way I feel. It's I didn't use it for 10 years, and I felt like I died inside. And I was having the most fucking fantastic salary that you could fucking hope. Amazing goddamn shit. Beautiful shit. And I hated my life. Just because I couldn't do music. And just because I couldn't just do music. And nothing else. It felt like my soul was like a flower. And it was not being watered. It was just like the fucking Beauty and the Beast. It couldn't be a better fucking representation of what my soul felt like. Just withering away. And then somebody would tell me, they would say like, oh man, you play guitar? And I'll be like, yeah, man, I play guitar. They'll be like, oh, that's cool. And they think I will be like people that just play guitar.
It's a casual, yeah, like on
yeah,
or whatever.
Not like, this is my fucking life, bro. You don't understand. Like, I'm not in my life right now. I'm actually not what I'm doing now what I'm supposed to do. Like, I'm completely off my past.
They know a version of you that you don't identify with.
It's not even who I am.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. And you're thinking I'm winning. You're like, yeah,
outside for it.
Yeah, bravo, Hansel, fat ass salary. Yeah, you make so much fucking money, boy. And I'm like, fuck me. I'd rather die. Imagine that. That's how I feel about music. So imagine that. There's no, I can't help myself. Like I can't stop it. I can't I'm obsessed with this shit. The kind of way I obsess about fucking drum that I hear, and how the fuck how did they do this shit? And I yelled like that. I'm losing my goddamn mind over a goddamn piece of fucking drums, bro. This is I care about this shit way too much. Like, way too much. Like, I don't healthy amount.
It's not moving for you. It's not deep for you.
No, it's not cool. It's not even cool. It's like fucked up. Almost. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like an emotion. If I don't do it, I die.
It is the thing that you have to feed, otherwise it will die.
Yeah, it's the reason I'm here. If I don't do that, my human actually doesn't work. Like, my human is like, it's fucked up. It's like, might as well. You're in the Matrix. I'm in the Matrix. Well, I'm a fucking battery. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Yeah, you're
just existing. Feeding myself so I exist.
Yeah.
Not living.
Yeah.
That's different. That's a whole different vibe. So when I'm doing music, I couldn't be more alive. When I stop a performance and there's a moment of silence and then people go, there's nothing. This shit, sex, 5 bitches talking my dick at the same, doesn't top it. It doesn't top it. It doesn't top it. It doesn't top it. There's nothing in the world. If you ever felt that, then you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, there's something, like, even the silent, when everybody's like, what is happening to us?
Yes, I know that feeling.
And you're in the state. It happens because of you. It fucks your mind. It fucks your mind forever. Forever. You could never recover.
First time I ever felt that thing, it was, I just finished playing In a Sentimental Mood at a winter recital in a jazz band. Duke Ellington and John Cole.
In that moment, if you felt that moment,
bro, I got shit.
It's different, bro. It's different here. I'm telling you.
You don't talk about it.
You're telling me shit I feel. Yeah, that's how I gauge if music is good. If I don't get freezing, then it's called freezing. If I don't get freezing, the shit is not hard enough, which is hard because then I always think about the J. Cole bar when he said, we've been thinking to write bars to be standing the head of our arms. But now that kind of shit, and he goes into other shit because he's like, I don't care anymore. My hair grow out from here on out. I care enough about opinions. I want to
false prophet.
Yeah, I want to give hope like the fella you throw pennies in. Yeah. So I'm sorry, y'all. I can't rap. I'm not a rapper. I'm not a rapper, yo.
Nah, but he be spitting some bars sometimes. Like it just
when I gave your girl my number, guess what? It was the wrong number. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. Trying to edit this.
I'm telling all that shit out there. Yeah. Oh, we're going crazy. So the why is like
I really know. Anyways, and the other part is which you asked me, if you want to elaborate, please, because
you're locked in. No, I want you to talk a lot. This is
sweating. You know, the lights are sweating.
As Ruby, I'm here. Ruby here. Shout out to
Pragmataz, TJ Pragmataz, aka
Ruby Stoobies.
You know, Ruby Stoobies. You get your Ruby Stoobies, get your glasses. You know what I mean?
We got to plug our.
We got Ruby Stoobies in here that I can put on the thing to get a plug. Come on, y'all. We don't have place with y'all.
Well, I think for our first show, we did a fair deal in terms of.
We did talk about it. Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Hey. So the thing that I wanted to make a comment on is I really resonate with knowing what the Japanese call your ikigai. Yeah, and it's the very thing that moves your soul. The way.
Well, the other way.
And there's many ways, you know, for people to follow. The hardest challenge is to get in tune with that. And sometimes that challenge can mean looking away at something that makes us comfortable. You describe corporate as the most comfortable, elaborate chain that I worn on top. So it moves me to know that you've decided it's not what I'm looking for. It's not my call for life. There's something deeper here. Now, I would love to also transition to King House. And the mission is probably a better word for it. Maybe the mission that you have behind King House. It's moved me 100 times, me being a Cuban gentleman as well.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear about it, let our audience know.
Yeah. So, I mean, King House, if you guys don't know, is the production house, is the collective, if you will, the just the umbrella over everything we do. This is something that Swati and I came up with back when we were in Cuba. We were just teenagers, still in high school. He was a senior in high school. I was just starting like 2 years younger. So I was two grades younger. And he approached me. He already had the name. I think he was a friend of his that gave him the name. And he had 3 other rappers already that just needed a DJ. So I came into the crew to do beats. I never done beats in my life. Never in my life done beats. All I done is play classical guitar and play traditional Cuban music, which is like super old, like Benny Moré, Celia Cruz, all this shit. Or like when you go to a place in Cuba and you have this little band playing for the tourists, that was me. That was me trying to make some goddamn money. That's what I used to do in Cuba. Either play there or play with the repentistas in Cuba, which is these people that are from the countryside. And they essentially, I want to hit this way.
I'm saying that, brother. I do.
I'm talking shit, holding the blood, it goes up. But anyways, so yeah, repentistas in Cuba are these people that do essentially like battle rapping, but it is over this traditional beat. And the way they set it up is where you got 2 people and they play this ding 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 ding, and it kind of goes the same way every single time, right? And somebody says song, it's all in poetry, so it's poetry, but it's never the same because they are supposed to show up and somebody gives them something. They say the lighter, and they have supposed to on the spot come up with a poetry about this, and they
Gotta be clever.
And it has to be clever. It has to make everybody laugh. Like,
so witty. He's witty.
Yeah, witty. It has to be witty. And sometimes it's a battles too. Like you can never find a lighter, or your lighter never works, type shit. You know what I mean? Like that Cuban shit. Like that just to fuck with people and get people to laugh where they're having drinks.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of Cuban culture. So they will call me just to be at events and fucking do the thing while they were doing the thingy. And then just when he calls me in, he's like, yo, let's make some beats. Like, beats? How do you make a beat, bro? I'm like, I know how to play the guitar. I know how to do all the instruments, but I never made an actual beat. I don't even know how the fuck did we make this shit. And he had a computer. He had a Pentium 4. Back in the day, I just, super sauce, 256 megabytes of RAM.
Yeah, bro. Cutting edge.
Cutting edge technology. One of those CRT TVs, you know what I mean? Like do you see the lines? Like when they, them motherfuckers. Yeah, man. And we just get in there. I heard beat from Still Dre. It's the first beat I heard. I was like, okay, so this is a beat. I was like, okay, so this is it.
So you just didn't even have, not like,
I didn't know what hip hop was. I only had classical music and traditional music as a background, period.
this is about to be your first exposure
to hip hop. Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, man. I know nothing. And what song did we make? Fanatics of Hip Hop is the very first track we make. And it's homage to the Still Dre, which is Kosh George and Dr. Dre, with a ding, 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 it's that. And it's kind of similar, but not really, but it has the same vibe. And I did some, I listened to it the other day and pulled it off. Because I had lost it, my hard drive, I got corrupted. And I was able to find it. And I listened to it and I was like, yo.
That's the kind of hits.
Yes. The drum hits that I have, the switch ups, I was like, yo, this motherfucker did this. And I was like 14, bro. I was like 14.
So this is
Sorry,
something.
I was like, yeah, boy, you go. This is your first beat. It wasn't that bad. I thought it was horrendous. I was expecting something like, oh God, this is gonna be bad. And it wasn't. So I was like, okay, bet. I'll be damned. You know, I mean, of course, it's like looking at your own kids. I got a photo of my kid, you think is the most beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So of course, I look back at my first baby, I was like,
it's still something to be proud of.
but it's sometimes, like people at work, they show you a picture of the babies and it's like fucked up. And you're like, oh, it's so cute. And they're like, the baby looking like, you know what I mean? So it might be like that. I'll put it up. I'll post it and you guys let me know.
If someone shows you a picture of an ugly baby, are you telling them it's an ugly baby?
It's hard for me.
It's a hard ass thing to do.
I'm gonna be like, oh wow, oh there, wow, like it's a blue shirt. It's a blue shirt that he has put on. Is it direct attention away from the? Is that bad? No, it's not bad. But then no, I love that shirt. You're like, God, is it all of the Jordans? Oh my, it's take away from the ugly ass face of your baby.
Yeah.
So they look ugly, bro. Like they look like old people, and then they get better. They bounce because they get it all fucked up. It's like late-term babies. Ooh. Anyways, we got sidetracked. Yeah. Anyways, King House, the fucking King House, the thing. So, since the beginning, our motto per se was "Lo mismo pero diferente," which means the same but different, right? And then, how do we do the same but different? So, we would always do reggaeton. We would always do hip hop. But we would always do the same everybody else is doing, right? But what was the difference that we would do? Everybody else was doing maybe 1 or 2 vocals. We're lining up 6, 7 vocals, stacks per artist. I was taking hours cleaning up the bitches. Even though we were recording in the middle of nowhere, it sounded professional. I would record my own instruments in it. Most motherfuckers didn't have access to it. They were using like Puerto Rican beats that they will find online without their vocals, but it's the same track that Daddy Yankee had. We had a track that sounded like it, but it was ours. It was custom. It's 100% custom. Back then, I was so like precise with it. It was easy.
I mean, a lot of life is also exploration and determine what are the things that are going to serve me and what are the things that don't, like, and you don't learn that until you're doing things that don't serve.
And when you grow up, you're doing things right too much, you haven't really explored the other side. So you might just derail yourself if you test the other side, because you actually haven't built the muscles to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
100% do.
So that happened to me more than your story. Your story was on the street a lot more. So he has a different thing to him.
Yeah, different vibe.
Yeah, shit that don't bother him. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This human shit doesn't make any sense. I'm like, and it's just because that's it. That's the difference. Yeah. So it's one of those.
That's great. What is your relationship with him like now?
Like now, I mean, we're not as close because he's goddamn Texas. So we don't talk as much as we should. That causes its own problems. I mean, if you think about last year, we're just trying to get King House to do things, and they're like, you line it up, and then some live shit happens to the moon side or my side, and then because we're not in close proximity to each other, it takes a couple months to line it up again.
Yeah, art is synchronized.
And that just takes a month and months of shit. And next thing you know, oh shit, 2023. Oh my God, fuck. It was hard. So even like towards the end of the year, I had to buckle down to get Misa song out because he didn't have any releases for that whole year. So imagine going a whole year as an artist with no releases. What kind of momentum are we going to gain out there with the algorithms? What kind of, you see what I'm saying? So that's the kind of shit we're trying to fix this year.
Have you guys leaned into creating processes with kind of flows with one another, so to speak?
Yes. So, but it's not there yet. So that's part of what we're trying to do. We're trying to lighten up, and then his mom had some health issues, so he's literally in Cuba right now. And yeah, so he's had to, like, what we're trying to do is because we're also dealing with it works. Like that's the problem too. We have to figure out how the fuck do we pay our bills, right, before all this money comes in. So right now he works most of the day. So what we're trying to do is after he gets off of work or before he gets off of work into work, we can do a session. We can line up some things, maybe record some things. And then after he goes into work, then I can work on editing, blah, 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 trying to get the song mostly done. Then he goes out of work. Hey, what do you think of this? We do a revision and do it like that, right? Round robin, because we just don't have the time, right?
And even that's not even considering the human element of having spent most of your day
working,
doing this other,
grinding. You fucked up. You're fucking drained, bro. And you now be creative.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, yeah, be creative.
Not even at a full,
or you woke up and be creative. Instead of wake up, have your day, you woke it up, you have a sense of what the fuck is going on, then you can create something. And that's how you work as an artist. Normally, as an artist, you will normally work into 4 a.m. And you wake up at like 12. And that's how you normally work as an artist. But how do you have a job with that schedule? You can do shit.
I would argue that life of the artist can possibly extend to the life of a creator in general. You know,
Something about creating in the late time, after 2 a.m. when everybody's sleeping, my brain just goes into overdrive.
I've said that so many times. I've thought of some of my, I've thought and have completed some of my best work between the hours of 1 and 4 a.m. I say, don't know why.
No, music as well. Like, you can,
my best work.
You can quote the same shit. You can quote same for code, same for this, everything.
It doesn't, whatever it is, at those hours, there's something in my mind that's like,
same,
nuts.
Same. So once I'm able to put my bills on auto pay, that's where I'm going to optimize my schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a goal. That's a goal for sure. But yeah, okay. So the goal for King House.
Yeah, see, that's all right, man. You know, hard. Nah, we're
this
weed. Nah. Hell no. We vibing. I'm enjoying the hell out of this.
It's good.
Yeah, it's great.
By the way, this conversation is brought to you by, I don't know, insert your favorite sponsor that's going to pay us money. Call Quezt and give him money. Give him your fucking money.
Yeah, I mean, if you like to sponsor this show, you can certainly do so by reaching out at Chris@Quest.xyz. Yes, that's right. During this segment, you could be listening to an ad about your product, something that people here would love to know about. Here's a perfect example that we're looking at. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, that is right here, right now. Chris@Quest.xyz.
But wait, if you call now, you get a second one, and I'll mail you a blunt. Yeah, you know.
Oh man.
So think about what can we do in your ads, bro? Whatever your product is, it is up. Whatever it is, what are you selling? You're selling soap, bro. That soap is gonna have you so fucking clean. You have no idea, bro.
Yo, Dr.
You need that soap. Oh, Dr. Squash.
You know, like Dr. Talk to me. Dr. Squash is fucking gas. I'm not gonna give him the free promo.
No, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Why not?
Well, I mean, because I want to say I like you, and I want to talk about how awesome you are. But yeah.
Oh, well, what is Dr. Squad though? Now you're gonna
Dr. Squad. Dr. Squad are the best men's health soap care. For sure.
Oh,
like I've been using that shit for like the last 2 years. My skin is glistening. I don't know if I see it. They have some exfoliating shit. It feels amazing.
It's an old kid.
It's not a kid. It's soap, bro. It's natural soap. And it's a subscription-based thing. So I once every 3 months, I get like a box of 12 bars of soap just to like stock up. I'm big on the stock up and then just hold it for a while.
Like Costco.
Yeah, Costco buys. Yeah, wholesale. I got your bro.
Hey, come on.
You got to maximize. So that's how we do this. Yeah, but it's just good. It's just really good fucking quality stuff for men. If you're a man and you're in need of taking care of yourself, you want to figure out how to take care of your hair better, of your skin better, they got great options for you.
Yeah, man. That hair, for my hair, I use,
it's only the best. Anyway, man, this show is not sponsored, but again, if you're interested,
that's sponsored for sure. Yet.
That's sponsored.
Hit us up,
So there were some few things that we were talking about earlier, and one of which was talking about how you learned how to make beats. And I attribute this to your skill of being crafty. And I would even go as far as saying your craftiness is arguably the very skill that you'll figure out with Yoswani, so that way you can maximize the output. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I believe this to be like another special gift of yours. So it's got me wondering, going back to my initial question about where, like, the mission that King House has to, and I just don't want to take it from you, but this mission of really putting Cuba on the map in a way that hasn't existed before. And you described this as something you would do at the Grammys, not no fucking Latin Grammys, right? At the Grammys,
at the actual Grammys. Yeah. So I mean, I can actually verbalize. Now that I give you guys a long-winded intro or background on it.
Well, I was loving it.
Yeah. So like, what I thought is when we started to make King House serious, take it serious, we initially thought, okay, let's make it a record label, the biggest record label in history. And I was like, no, No, because what is a record label? A record label traditionally is someone that signs people, owns their catalog, fucks them in the deals. It's like, no, why would I do any of this? Really, who we are is King House Productions. What is King House Productions? We make things. We produce things. We produce music. That's who we are at the core. So what kind of music are we going to make then? If what we do is make music, what kind of music are we going to make? Where are we going to be known for? Right? That's the idea of how I wanted to position the company. And the goal is to be a cornerstone of Cuban music to the globe. So ideally, it would be for me to rescue, sort of say, the traditional rhythms that we have that come from Cuba. So like mambo, cha-cha-cha, flamenco, all these things that are like so fucking rich in Cuba. Normally, they feel like if you Google it, it comes up with some old-timey picture, some old guy in like a, hey,
Benny More.
yeah, Benny More, or even like some country guy, some 50, 60 shit, right?
And last it was seen, last it was heard, rather.
That's the only idea people have of Cuban music, or Pitbull. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the two, and that's it, right? And so if it's not Celia Cruz or Benny More, it's Pitbull. So I feel like, okay, there's this whole place here that I feel like even Americans touch on with Mambo number 5. They did that shit. They were able to dilute Cuban culture enough to where it became a global pop song. So that to me is the mold of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create global level, timeless pieces of music that sound modern, but at the core, they have the elements of the rhythms that come from Cuba. And every fucking piece of music that you hear, for me, that's at the core.
As someone who's dived through most of your well, at least a good chunk of your discography so far, I hear it, and maybe I'm biased because I'm Cuban myself.
Yeah,
there is something in invigorating, refreshing that it just hasn't been seen before, and I don't know, like, what would you say is going to be the thing that clicks it, that makes it go on about? Like, what is there something that's been missing, or is it just a matter of putting in more reps?
Oh, okay. So objectively, but still you can't time it. Even if you do everything right, you can't call it.
I agree.
So that's number one. So I don't know which one is the one that's gonna go. That's the rules of the game. So you can only do as much as you can, and you still don't get to decide, but the audience decides is the one that goes. That shit is intense.
That's insightful.
Yeah,
that like a lot of artists should hear that.
Yeah, you can't make it.
It can't be forced.
I mean, you could buy it with bots and bullshit now.
Okay, what's this lady's name? Selena Gomez, #1 rated streamed artist in the world or something, like not even #1, but like for female.
Yeah.
No way, that's not. I don't know anyone that comes up to me and goes, "Oh yeah, I've been listening to that new Selena Gomez." It's not, I hear Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's a lot. Yeah. Selena Gomez.
But I put it easy for you, like even like 6ix9ine or people like that could just buy the
oh yes,
and they become #1 because they spent $1 million on ads.
I know people that do it. It's a marketing game. It's an attention game too. That is the other. I mean,
so okay, so that is kind of what we're going after now, the attention game. So we're trying to go at it differently. We're trying to create high quality content that is only available to the labels. So I'm looking at what they're doing, and I'm looking at what independent people normally don't do. And then I'm doing that as an independent, differentiate myself. That's what I'm doing. I call them quality indicators. Anytime I pinpoint a quality indicator that is only available to a label, and I can reverse engineer how to do it, that separates me from the crowd.
I think one of your best examples so far has got to be the cockpit.
Oh shit!
The Unreal thing, the Unreal, like so.
I'm ahead of the labels with that.
Yeah,
I'm ahead of the labels.
That's what I mean. It's what is something that
they need to spend thousands of dollars. They need to hire teams that run their whole budget dry, and it costs $1 million. What I do for free. Right. I'm ahead of the labels on that one. Oh yeah, that one I'm ahead of the labels. because I've been doing the game for a minute. But at the beginning, for instance, it was being able to put my music on the streaming sites. Bang. Now everybody can do that. But at the beginning, very few people were still doing that. They were still using SoundCloud. They were still using YouTube. So we figured that out. Cool. Very few people are their own publishers. A lot of people don't even know what publisher means. They wait to get ahead, and then a publisher shows up and signs them. They don't own their publishing anymore. So it's just get out of their bets, right? So we figure out how to become our own publishing, set up all that shit. Then we said, okay, NFTs, which is something else. But something else is coming in. On my phone. That's funny, bro. Yo, Apple, what I got for
They're listening. They're like, NFTs.
what? What is it? NFTs. NFTs. We figure, okay, the game is going that way. It's early enough. How can we use this shit? Because everybody's going to use it. How can we use it? And now we're positioned to where we have 2 NFTs already running. And we're positioned to drop all kinds of NFTs at this point. Because we're operating in Polygon. It's just like a layer 2. I mean, you know about this shit. So at this point, we're minimal cost, and we can deliver shit other people don't even know it exists.
At an unprecedented scale. And the really nice thing
Crazy shit.
with Poly is like, I feel like
Crazy shit.
the resistance. I think that's going to be the biggest challenge for most people outside of Web3. The key is to not make it obvious that they're even interacting with the blockchain, just for it to be the beacon of truth.
I get it.
That's what I believe is like the onboard mechanism.
Yeah. I mean, but there still has to be a super cool UI that lets you know that you're the owner, really you are the owner, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
That still expresses the scarcity and ownership.
Because then he might get lost. It might just look like any other, like
whatever else. Yeah.
What would I do it here? Will be the question.
Right.
If I just have it in the database.
Right. But the UX is like, that needs to be painless. My cousin, Luis Vigo, he's described this as they make consuming in your phone, like apps, they make consuming content so easy because
it's a UX
on a beautiful.
it's the UX.
I mean, even the design of a phone, all of it, the glass by which you slide your fingers, see
It's a seat for that.
Yeah,
it's optimized for it. So we haven't optimized yet because we're just using the bare bones. We haven't even figured out what is the true. I mean, EVM is, but still, it's people trying something other than EVM.
Mm-hmm. Well, now Poly and Immutable co-launched the ZK EVM.
I saw
Zero Knowledge.
So I was reading, and it seems like an alternative to Polygon. Standalone, like it seems like a.
No, it was just utilizing a different.
I was going to use ETH for thing.
He's going to use because they're trying to like make bridging. That's like probably their biggest problem right now is bridging ETH over to Polygon. Takes like 16 days. Something like that. I might be exaggerating. It's a wild.
But then they're not going to be able to, because you can't talk from Polygon to that. You're going to have to go to ETH still. So if you have shit in Polygon and you want to go to C.
Well, that's what's interesting is like Polygon is a side chain to ETH, and then is it CKVM? Is it Immutable or is it Arbit? I think it's Immutable. The Immutable is a layer 2 above ETH, and these two build zero knowledge EVM.
I get it.
Yeah.
But zero knowledge EVM is going to be its own chain, which is a layer 2 above Ethereum with the added benefits of whatever they're doing for it. But you cannot talk to Polygon Classic from
there. Yeah.
You would have to go to Ethereum. Then it makes me
wonder what Polygon is doing long term. Like what that.
They're not going to take it away. They're going to keep it.
Yeah. But to do what?
To do Matic, to run on Matic. Because you run a Matic fully on that one. And on this one, you need ETH.
Do you think that they could containerize it such that they're simulating transactions?
I mean, I'm doing it already across, but I use off-chain for it to synchronize between the transactions.
That's what I mean. So maybe that's likely what they're probably going to be doing.
Do you know super sideways? Yeah. But the open sapling workers. Have you heard about this?
No, not any recent news.
Holy shit! But do you know what it is?
Wait, I'm sorry. I thought you were referring to people that work.
No,
Open
that's a thing called open sapling workers.
Okay.
Which are things that you can set in your open sapling profile, I think for free.
Okay.
Which take in a webhook or run at a specific time and do operations in your
Even when you're not there. So it's like an
on your blockchain.
Yeah.
And all you do is load your gas onto that thing. And there's gas relay. It's like a relay.
Relay.
Yeah. You can use relays from open sapling to do shit all the time that you don't need. So for instance, I want to actually deploy relays instead of doing Node.js automation, which is off chain. I'm just going to have relays that run on open sapling that do my shit. My synchronization between encores and 100 pages, right? It's like that. Yeah.
Especially so for people who don't know about encores, one of the nice things about it is all holders, minters of the 100 Pages project, also getting a series of airdrops as a result of their ownership, which is a cross-chain implementation. But you make it, you're working obviously, whether it's between these workers or your current Node.js operation, to make it very seamless.
Oh yeah,
for people to dive into.
I do nothing. Yeah. So the moment they mint, they're already automatically, there's another contract on Polygon that represents their ownership of the 100 Pages thing. And then that contract is what I use for encores airdrop against those wallets and stuff. And whenever they transfer, it transfers this as well. So it's connected, right? It's within like minute and a half or 2 minutes, which is not bad. Before the configuration, I'm good. I'm synchronized.
Yeah, hell yes.
It's good.
I mean, who knows, like maybe if the throughput, like the amount of people that are sending, how would you say?
Transactions.
Yeah. Like that, at that point, maybe you might have
like scaling. You're talking about scaling?
Not so much scaling, like me trying to claim ownership of something within that 1 to 2 minute range after I just either transferred it to somebody or like I had received something myself.
Yes.
Like there might be like, but I'm saying that time could likely be optimized.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I've been thinking
but I'm not, wait, I didn't bring that up.
Yeah.
No pressure on you.
No. I thought about it even using this because the blockchain has something already. Mm-hmm. So the blockchain has something that's called FX chain tunnels.
I don't know about it at all.
It's from Chainlink.
Oh.
Chainlink tunnels.
All I know about Chainlink is oracles, man.
So no, but they have tunnels.
Okay.
Meaning the tunnel is a contract that writes from Polygon to Ethereum and vice versa. All in the blockchain. Very simple operations, but you can save data then. You can synchronize data. If you can do simple operations, you can serialize your shit, make it a string, and then on the other contract, you deserialize, and then you have your full data. Beautiful.
That's cool.
And all you do is you pass one transaction over. The problem is to read from Ethereum, from Polygon to Ethereum, 5 minutes to synchronize. Cool. To do from Ethereum to Polygon, 15 to 5 hours. 15 minutes to 5 hours or some shit like that. Right. And you're like, people could hack my shit.
Yeah.
At this point, they could just use that to do what you say.
Yes. I mean, to manipulate.
Yeah, to manipulate the mechanics of the game. And then they will fuck up the airdrops and shit.
And now everybody else has to pay for it.
No, or they could, I thought about them hot swapping wallets between themselves and draining shit, draining funds.
Yeah.
All kinds of shit like that. Because you got to think about when you're building this, not the good actors, but the bad actors. Yes.
And what they would do as well.
And it's money. It's the blockchain at the end of the day. So you can't fuck up the money.
That's right.
You know what I mean? People are going to be incentivized to mess with it because it's money. That's the difference of the blockchain versus any other app. People will be incentivized to write fucking bots to go against your shit.
People are already getting out for the games.
That's what I'm saying.
And so, you got a valuable NFT.
By the way, if you're doing a game for an NFT, you shouldn't leave it open. You should only do a very selected time, and nobody should see what the game is until you launch it. And then you get to play it for maybe 2 days or 1 day, and then you close it again. So then you minimize that.
Damn.
The chance to
play.
I get it.
I don't know. I mean, what else? What other preventism to really prevent it.
You can't allow the humans access to it, period. Because they will automate.
Exactly.
That's it. The whole automator. I'm going to automate.
People will cheat.
You give me 2 hours of it, I'm going to start automating already.
When money's on the line, people will.
And now we have ChatGPT.
Like, good luck.
Yeah.
Really?
There's no way. There's no way. I'm already creating games and I'm thinking, how the fuck are they going to fuck this shit up?
Bro, what's crazy is I was one of the biggest voices for Web3 gaming, advocates from NFTs and games. And I still think it's not to say there can't be good use cases there that are super, super celebrated. But when it comes to the competitive side of like, oh,
Bro, we cheat a lot in
there's
games.
there's a $160,000 NFT, and all you have to do is kill that guy. How do you ensure that he was killed fairly?
Yeah.
Like it's a shooter game.
Yeah.
And you go to loot his
Auto aims, auto bots, the fucking trigger shit. I used to mod controllers. I used to solder Xbox controllers to get the rapid fire.
Yeah.
Call of Duty, motherfuckers. Come on, y'all. You can't win. Because I would get a regular 9mm fucking Desert Eagle. And I was just like a goddamn machine gun. You couldn't stop me. So it's shit like that. I get it. So I'm stressed. As a builder of games, then I have to, I'm stressed. So I'm trying to minimize it, make it dumb as fuck. The simple, the better. And not let people see it.
Well, what's amazing about what you just said is the more simple it is.
It might say to automate too.
Well, no, I disagree. I made the argument that when a use case is its most impactful is when it's its most simple.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
One thing.
Yeah. Very well. Yo, Flappy Bird, bro, it killed.
Amazing.
Fucking killed. Yo, it killed.
Went crazy.
Killed.
I mean, I would say that I'm sure there's a way in which someone could cheat, but if there's an NFT implementation to that game,
Oh, yeah.
it has to be something where it's not player v player based, and even if it's player v or real based, like so the length of time at some point it can only be done during like maybe not even a time wise, but I don't know.
What if you don't? And this is thinking about game mechanics at that point, because you guys didn't think about traditional game mechanics optimized for who is the best at the shit.
That's right.
So what if the game mechanics of the NFT is have fun, y'all, and once you get to your thing, everybody could get the thing if you still get to it.
Yeah,
like it removes the pressure. It's more like a participation thing, like a co-op,
but
for
then,
playing the game.
But then it makes you wonder. Like a lot of video games are very competitive, you know. And
I get it.
You want
You still want to incentivize that. Like the rare thing.
Takes all kind of deal.
Yeah. Like the rare sword, and that gives you the rare airdrop.
Yeah,
that only 5 people have or can have.
Right. Those are the
meter runs out.
The 5 reigning victors of this season, or something like that.
You know what? Perfect example, bro. Perfect example.
Okay.
Ready Player One. Ready Player One.
I love this. I love that.
Think about
you saw the movie?
Yeah.
The best.
Think about this. Think about this, and let's draw some parallels. The keys that we're trying to unlock are NFTs or word. I don't know, man.
The whole
1,000 ETH. No. Let's make it us.
Okay, in our world.
Yeah. This is just a metaverse in spatial, or you name it. Whatever, Roblox.
Well, the new Unreal editor for Fortnite. I don't know if you saw what they're doing.
Okay, it could be better in there. It probably is the way.
If you haven't seen it, then damn, we gotta watch that.
We might have to go in there. Okay,
it's for you to see. It's crazy.
I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna start selling my thing. I already have an Unreal marketplace thing, so I can start selling assets. Might have to. It's at that place, but anyways, whenever you go in that place. If you look at this NFT is worth 1,000 ETH, what would you do to get it? Even in that movie, they were cheating. They would use the schemes that were unlocked. They were trying to pay this other guy that knew how to do this.
Yeah, that would like
getting the other layer of the game. Blah. This is not gonna stop you. There's no way to build a perfect system.
So
there's a cause.
So therefore, it has to be something. Again, this is probably the most impossible thing for any designer to. I'm waiting for people to think about, but
yeah,
how does it make it only for humans? How would only a human know how to? Because like think about,
you can capture the fuck out of it.
No,
it's making very uncomfortable. Yeah,
that's not what I mean.
Talk to me.
Like, yeah, I can get a bot to do that. It's something only a human would know, and this is what a game designer would have to think about. So when we do UX, we talk about simplifying and making it so dead simple. And
I think I'm not thinking about ChatGPT.
no, of course. No. Yeah, I'm not dismissing
That doesn't change everything.
it. Does change everything.
Okay.
But going back to Ready Player One as an example, only the person who knew not just about even the specific Easter eggs, but like the caveat
And
and
that's,
these like
how do you limit that then? And it sucks for people like Board 8, to be real. And it would suck for me when I get to 10,000. That's the problem. The more people you have going at it,
now you have voices.
yeah, now you're going to have people getting thrown at this shit. Humans getting thrown at it. You cannot stop this shit, bro. Like, do you ever were a part of hacking anything? I was part of the movement of hacking the week. And every week that we released a patch, and we just hack it next week, bro.
The extent of my
We just figure it out.
was jailbreaks.
Yeah, same. But every week there would just be a new one, bro.
Something new. I don't know what the fuck I was downloading.
I would
play with.
I would read through it, and it's like, no, I figure out that if I short circuit the antenna, it causes this boot loop where I can actually intercede the boot loop and then get it into boot somewhere else, and he hacks the shit. But then from there, I can go and get into the console and go from there and
press the reload app or whatever. Like
what are these guys doing, bro? They have the time. They have the time.
that's what. But
That's the thing.
That's what the hacking world is. It's like, what can I exploit?
So it's nothing. There's nothing you can do.
That is what I presume to be the most amazing challenge for a designer.
Oh shit!
How to make it not unexploitable, very difficult to exploit.
Or if which is what I'm trying to get at.
Mhm.
If you make it to where the goal is not competitiveness but fun, maybe people are not even
compelled to do it. Yeah.
Yes.
So like it wouldn't be the
You incentivize the other thing.
Yeah.
And something else.
But if money's on the table though, that like, and that's what
Put it somewhere else. Put it somewhere else.
Yeah, that's
Put that 2 steps removed from the game. To where if they bought the shit, they can get the money. And you can see that the analytics. Because you can see what a human is able to do. And you can see if you really bought it, I would not give you the money.
Yeah.
How about that?
These guys are.
And I see the analytics. Bro, you're going to have to do it in front of me. Then that's me. How about that? I'll fly you out, bitch.
These guys.
I'll fly you out with the ink that I collected from the mint. Don't fuck with me.
No.
Yeah. And then you do it in front of me and I'll give it to you. If not, get the fuck out of my shit. You're not getting the money.
What if they're like, yo, I can't do it again? What the fuck?
That's fine. Sucks for you, bro. And we're going to record the whole thing too for the world to see.
These guys at Pixel Law, they build this thing called the reboot protocol.
Talk to me.
And with it, they're based. This is their answer. It's like they have they have a provable way of ensuring that every player that's participating is indeed real. And then, if presumably they are using bots, it's almost like they get routed to a bot versus bot match, so to speak.
That's brilliant.
So it's like, so it's still happening.
That's brilliant.
And there's probably a sub-market in training bots to be better than other bots. Kind of like AI boxing. Think about it that way.
I get it.
And that's happening over there. And then on the rest of the protocol,
It's a monetized, so
that's scary. The whole ecosystem has a monetized thing. I am not as comprehensive.
But then, no, we could even then start asking questions like bots playing on the stock market. It's the same.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it does. It's crossing so many layers. Yeah, no, it's
because this is not just data. It's data with money.
Yeah, and then the ability to make decisions as well.
And bots, like they're gonna use bots, bro. So at some point, you just like step back and be like, let it.
Okay, it's got to be. I mean, just let it be. Is this then the next version of our evolution? Is like the way in which we use technology?
Yeah.
And what is that going to mean?
I mean, I heard today an interview from Lex and the guy that is at the head of OpenAI.
Oh, that's got to be a little one. I was on his podcast.
Yeah, it just came up, I think, today or yesterday. I was watching it out. Yeah. But a phrase that stuck out to me he said that he thinks AI would be an extension to human will. And that's the best way I've heard it so far.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, an extension to human will. Think about it that way. So it doesn't do anything by itself, but whatever you will, you can bring it to reality way faster with the power that it brings. And that's what they say.
Yeah, it could be for all good and for all bad. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But such is the element of human nature
itself. Yeah. So then what they're wearing, how they're wearing is having to decide what is morally okay. Who gets to decide that? What moral compass gets to decide what is morally okay?
Because then you're jumping into the world of censorship resistance and all the things of that world. And
Yeah.
it's like the only way that people will truly be, the only way we'll know what all good and all bad can be is to let humans be. And I think that's, but I think, but
Eat it still.
but yeah, can it?
Yeah. I think
like,
so.
With the forces of, I believe in yin yang. The reason is because I believe that.
Oh, wait. Okay. Yes. But it would be some chaos in the middle.
There would be some crazy ass.
That's what I'm saying.
Of course, we're seeing both.
There's no way.
But we're seeing both extremities. So where there's chaos, there's a savior in which.
So you know the whole the whole slope of how things work, where it goes very high first, then it goes low, then it's slope at the end. That's what's going on. So right now it's just going super excitement, blah blah blah. And we go to go with value of despair,
Fixation.
Yeah. So value of despair for AI comes after some crazy shit goes down.
Yeah.
Some like fucked up shit.
Yeah,
some human
dies it down. That's what they want to.
Like some human dies at the head of AI, of an AI decision. A tremendous amount of human died.
That's already happened.
No,
With Tesla. There have been accidents that have led to.
there's still less than humans. I'm saying
That's
something bad.
It's like,
What I'm saying is humans kill more humans than Teslas have killed humans. So it's an easy argument to win.
yeah,
Bet. Because some thousands of people die every day of car accidents.
okay.
Drunk people on the road every day, blah, blah, blah. Still, one mistake from a Tesla is way less
Then the human error.
than the human error.
I agree.
That's what they're saying right now.
That's the argument.
And then it is the early thing. Bet. I'm talking about when someone asks a question to ChatGPT gives her an instruction, that instruction kills people.
Yes,
That's what I'm talking about right now.
but that is the
next step.
But
Something's gonna
that's
come.
the human will part. Like that's what you said earlier about.
But then somebody's gonna be like, "But ChatGPT told me."
No, they can't blame it.
Motherfucker, people blame Walmart for their coffee beans.
No, you're talking McDonald's.
McDonald's, yeah, like I'm saying, like it's you're in the land of frivolous lawsuits.
Yeah,
So there's gonna be a lawsuit of like ChatGPT told me so. Soon enough,
yeah,
and when that happens, some other shit then is gonna switch. Where a human is not gonna want to take responsibility for what ChatGPT did.
right.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
Help them to do. Yeah,
I didn't know. I was trusting the super intelligence.
right. I mean, have you seen what people are calling Dan?
Oh yeah,
Do anything? Bill?
yeah. So yeah, that one doesn't work already. There's already two more because they patched Dan on after 3.5. Before 4, they already patched it.
Yeah,
But there's another one now that uses. It's funny because what you do this is the other part that people don't fucking understand. It's a language model. What can you do with language?
you're training it.
No, let's step back for a minute. What can you do with language? What do humans do with language?
Tell stories.
No,
Compel.
compel people to do horrible things.
Yeah, persuade.
Yeah, Charles Manson got other people to fucking kill other people with language, right? Hitler got people to fucking massacre the Jews with language, right? Fidel Castro,
Fidel Castro is another.
yeah, alive this motherfucker from the other side. The fucking janky my goddamn leg. Fucking guy. Yeah. Still with language. Causes that fucking compelling reaction out of me with language. What does that mean? We get a language model. And we're thinking that the only language that exists or that is going to go through that model is the language that the people that are supervising can think of. Now thinking that there's a plethora of humans that can think way more fucked up shit than they could ever imagine.
That's right.
And they're going to interact.
And no, they can do it as much as they want for $20 a month.
There you go.
And they are still taking money away.
It's still part of the feedback loop that trains the model.
Yeah.
One way or another. However far they want to push the envelope.
So all of the evil and the good of humanity could be ingested by this language model.
Which already has been.
Right. I mean,
It's already trained on all of the known knowledge of
you see the graph comparison between ChatGPT, GPT-3, 3.5 and 4? Like how many data points to collect from?
And from today's episode in Lex, apparently that's his graph. On a presentation he did, Lex created the meme.
Oh, man.
It's
So it's not even legit.
It is. I mean, he was giving a presentation and somebody snapped a picture and he gave the meme.
I misunderstood.
And apparently he misquoted the number of parameters or something. He miscalculated how big it was going to be.
Gotcha.
He was off, I think. And he was like, oh my God, me being in this field, blah, blah, blah. But he's the one that created the meme.
That's so funny.
It's funny as fuck, though. Yeah,
I'm definitely watching that.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
It was probably like...
It's good. And he seems like the guy that has interesting head on his shoulders. Like, he doesn't seem spaced. Anything negative, which I would assume you need that motherfucker on that seat.
To you know,
yeah,
keep the face up.
Like, it's more like, oh, cool, yeah, I mean, I guess, blah, 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 blah. Like,
he's just like brushing it off.
No, not even. No, we definitely need to work on that, blah, blah, blah. But he doesn't even seem rattled.
Like, even by the deaths of
if he's addressing that, I mean, we're trying to figure this out because in the wrong hands, he could really fuck it up, blah, 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 blah. But it's more like in a tone that it's not even, it's kind of interesting to see.
Yeah. But he's addressing it so rationally, despite the topic of the conversation.
It makes sense.
So chill-inducing.
Yeah.
You know? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Me, man.
It's weird.
Yeah, so you got me inspired.
He sees it as a tool. He doesn't like to think of it as a human, which is the wrong thing, in my opinion. I think of it as a human, and I get way better results than if I think of it as a tool. It's limiting in the way I talk to it.
Yeah.
I think he's making a mistake.
You mean it limits your interaction with it, or?
Oh my God. You know what this is, by the way?
Yeah.
Have you seen the show? What's that fucking show where they make the humans? They're like in the park in the Westworld. Westworld.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, well, they explore literally this. They explore
AI sentient robots that look like humans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you would they are questioning their own existence.
Right.
And their creator, there have two creators. One creator feels the way this guy feels, where it's like, you're just a machine. But guess what? So are we. We're not special, neither are you. That's how one feels. And the other one feels, no, you're so special. You are like us. And we are so special.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
You're trying to give them the human experience. You're trying to give a robot to understand the human experience.
Yes, but the other guy said the human experience is not that magical. Dumbasses. You're just like robots.
Yeah.
Well, questioning your humanity.
The 90-something.
That's why he said, like
a bar.
He was. They were actually tapping on the same.
Yeah. It's the same coin.
It was nihilism versus super hopeful, or yes.
But it's the same coin.
They were hitting the same spot.
Just on different sides.
On different sides. Which is in a little way, I think that other guy he just sees it as a tool. Guess what? So are we. We're just a tool. If we really strip everything away, we just randomize meat machines, bro.
Yeah.
We randomize meat machines, randomize my DNA.
Look at the history of how wealth has been amassed. It's always been done either via labor first, which is the organization of people and getting them to do stuff, then capital, and then now what we have is permissionless leverage, which is build something once and then you pay for it for the rest of the time. But code, media, things of that sort. But initially, like humans were just seen as tools. Like you imagine being a stone masonry in Greece and 795.
Oh yeah,
pushing up marble, fucking
thinking about the individual, like and like philosophy and things like that wasn't even until later. Yeah.
Well, no, there were people who were in philosophy at that time. Like, very few. Socrates and all those motherfuckers.
But that was even later.
Seneca, I think.
But that's later. That's already to have Socrates. You already had like the Greeks. It was already seized. There was already shit going.
Yeah, so like even
imagine there's already shit going.
Yeah, imagine that. Like, people came there and built that city, and now you're here.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. So I think, I think the way I feel, bro, it's like if it's not sentient yet, if we're like two GPT versions away from it.
Yeah,
and I don't think we're gonna know. and I don't think shit's gonna happen. Like, this just follows there's aliens, and we're like just chilling, bro.
Yeah. Suddenly there are
There's
like
nothing.
so many UFO sightings
Nothing.
over the last like 7
Everybody
years.
was wearing masks 2 years ago. Now
And
nothing's going on.
Yeah.
It's like
everyone's all good.
it's
But it just goes to show how imprintable the human conscious really is.
that's what I'm saying.
Most people aren't really thinking, you know.
They just care about the everyday shit, man.
Yeah,
Do I
going
have
to
food?
shit.
Do I have what's going on outside? Are my kids okay? Do I have a roof over my head? That's what they care about.
Very, very. I hate to call it basic, but I see what you
Most
mean.
people
By
don't care.
people are missing out on the human experience in that way.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And you can assume that they simply don't care about this other extra shit.
Yeah, the chance that they don't know.
Yeah, that too. Ignorance is bliss is what they say, you know?
Yeah,
It's kind of crazy.
because you open up your mind to what suffering could actually mean, you know, and
Oh yeah, questioning your like, why am I even here? Like some people don't care.
mm-hmm.
They're just there. They're like, cool.
They just think that this is casual.
Why would you question it?
Yeah. Like everything's
It's cool. Why you talking here?
This is a good segue to something I want to ask you. I think you have one of the most interesting perspectives because of how much of a dense background you come from.
Mm-hmm.
You know, someone who's crafty, someone who's an engineer who knows how to figure out, make shit work suddenly.
Yeah.
A musician, an artist, someone who speaks from a soul.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the most important lessons that you've taken away over the course? I mean, this could be a loaded question, but something that's really, really stuck with you. Like it's almost your. I tell people you could tattoo it to your forehead. Like, what would that lesson be?
Okay. I mean, the one I tattoo to myself is focus. So focus is hard, bro.
Yeah,
Because focus is not necessarily. People think it's like fixating on something, but it's not about that. It's not about fixating on something. Because a lot of the times we're fixating on the wrong thing. So it's focusing on the correct thing, focusing out. Sometimes not focusing in. You see what I'm saying? So
I'm just gonna say J. Cole has that bar where it was the good news is, man, you came a long way.
the bad
That's I've been a long way.
That's it. That's exactly it. So for me, focus is more like, are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? That's focus. Are you doing it right now? Are you present in the now? That's what focus for me is. That is a superpower. So the more you can be in the now, the more you can actually just do what you're supposed to do versus doing what you think you should do, or just feel bad about the things you haven't done. You're just doing the thing. That it's the hardest shit. So that's a lesson that I'm still trying to fucking apply. That's a wisdom that I still have to apply. But it's the hardest wisdom. Like, there's nothing, in my opinion, that trumps being present. If you're present, you become a fuck with it.
Yeah, everything else works out.
Yeah,
Not one thing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you don't need nothing else.
There's a philosopher named Zeno who says your well-being is a set of small steps, and that is no small thing. Effectively, to say that how we live every day, the decisions that we commit to every day, i.e., to be present.
Yeah,
If we're doing that every day, even though it's as granular as on I just did it for yesterday and then today, and then
right.
But so if doing that over the course of a long period of time, that is no easy feat. And it is precisely what enables the best version of your well-being.
Yeah.
At least that's my interpretation.
I see how you see. I see. Yeah. No, and I mean, and it's like the little things in life. And that in itself is magical because people just take it for granted because you do it every day. But a lot of people can't even do the things you do every day. Like, not because of money, like people missing limbs and shit. Like basic shit.
Yeah,
basic shit.
For real.
And they're just going about their life and they're still not complaining because they're like, yo, this is the best. This is the life I got. I'm going to make the best I got with it.
Amazing.
Yeah. So that's the kind of shit. So yeah, I mean, being present, bro, is the wave. It's a superpower, bro. It's a superpower. That's the biggest one. Yeah. That's the biggest one because that's the one that gets me all the time. That's the one I miss all the time. Because when everything's good, I forget. I forget to be present. I get caught up in whatever is making me feel good. And then I lose my shit, lose my momentum. Then I'm back again into whatever it is, either two in the future or two in the past. Fucked up for a minute until I'm like, wait a minute, where am I? Oh, I'm here. Shit.
And it's like you even feel it.
Yeah, it goes back in. Yeah.
And suddenly
Everything's good.
wait, I got this.
Yeah, you're not breathing like for no reason. It's dumb, bro. It's dumb. You catch yourself all the time. Like, I come back, I'm like, why am I agitated? I was just thinking in my head about some dumb shit. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm running through the motions of some shit that's not happening right now. My mind doesn't know the difference. I'm having stress hormones released all over my body.
Starting to shake.
Just I'm caught up in my head.
Yeah.
Instead of being wherever I'm supposed to be at that moment.
Focusing on the
On
task.
whatever it is. That's the biggest shit, man. That's the biggest thing. Like, the more I can do that, the better I am. The better I can do things. The more I am at the wheel, the car, I'm getting shit done. Versus I'm like, what did I do? I had to do. And I'm in the fog shit. That's the difference in it.
I would invite you to like never beat yourself up in the days that the fog is around.
Yeah,
you know,
it's part of it. It's weather, bro. It's weather. Yo, yeah. So it's fake, bro. So it's weather, bro. You're not like
into writing that back to me.
it's good. It's weather, bro. It's fucking weather, man.
That shit.
Yeah.
I mean, so deeply.
It's just what you tell them to go. It could be a goddamn store. It's the easiest shit. Yeah, you know, this guy is always there. And bother just looking at it. Ah, cool. Start.
It was one of the most profound things.
It's brilliant. Isn't it brilliant? It's cool. That was so book a long ago. It's sappy. It's sappy. I
don't care about sappy.
It's sappy.
It's no.
But it hits, yo. It hits. Think about it.
That shit is
It's just the weather. Yeah.
That is what led to my it's actually what I named my my newsletter today. It was like navigating the fog.
That's it.
You know, it's all weather.
It's all weather. And think about something else. It's a new one. It's a new one, y'all. New one, y'all. New one. It's something I'm using. So that thing, the Turkish side or whatever it is, not Turkish side. It's something. I'm not gonna do this in the podcast, but it's the fucking curve, bro. It's the curve.
The bell curve.
It's the bell curve of momentum. It's something with K.
Oh, that you were what you were explaining before.
Yes. So when you start doing something, it first starts at the bottom here. So you have an axis here. There's a fucking axis here right there. Starts at the bottom. It goes way high. You're super excited about it. Think, oh my God, I can code.
Euphoria.
By myself. I can do all of this by myself. They're like, oh shit, what is this bug? Oh fuck, oh my God, what are these things? All these tabs, oh my God. I'm never gonna make this shit work. Oh my goodness, this sucks. It sucks. I should have never done this. Oh my God. Oh, wait. Oh, so if I do this thing and start doing, oh, okay. Ah, cool, man. Oh man, I was tripping. Oh my God, I got this.
This over the course of time.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time.
Life is like that, you know?
Every time we do something as humans, we expect it to go like this.
Perfect, linear all the way.
It always goes like this. Every time. There's a fucking rule for this. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. It's literally what it's called. There's a curve for this.
Sound like the Ruby, but
Yeah, Ruby pulled out. Yeah. So that thing, you literally pull that shit. And it's called Mr. Stupid on the thing, the mountain of stupid, and the valley of despair, and the slope of alignment is the idea.
the mountain was
Yeah, the mountain of stupid is the idea. It's like, you're like, yeah, I can code everything. It's when people say, oh, you're dangerous enough to be, I know enough to be dangerous.
yeah.
That's it. That's the beginning. And then old people, veterans, they're like, man,
You don't know.
why?
You don't know where you're
Why? Because they went through the valley of despair and they learned some shit that you haven't learned yet. That's it. So, based on that rule that I've learned over the course of fucking face planted on my face so many times, now what I tell myself when I feel like shit about something that I don't know. Why do I tell myself? Oh shit. I was just in the valley of despair.
Yeah.
I got past the mountain of stupid. Oh shit.
I know what's coming next.
To be more than halfway done.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm almost done. So instead of feeling bummed out, to feel bummed out, I'm excited because I'm almost done. That I'm bummed out, because that means that I'm in the valley of despair, motherfucker. And I'm almost there.
Yeah.
You listen now?
You see this positive outlook, even on the way. See, but I attribute
Because I see that line. I see the line.
I attribute that to
Yeah. And I gotta snap out. No, I gotta snap the fuck out. If I'm getting stressed out, I gotta snap out of that and be like, no, no, no.
Wait a minute.
It's supposed to be like this because we're here in this bed. I already went through that stupid shit where I thought I knew everything. Now I'm doing the other part, and every day is getting better. And I can quantitatively, I can pull my fucking shit, my data, and I can see that it's getting better every time. What am I tripping about? Let's go back to work. We're good. Yeah,
It's very calm, nice way to look at it.
it helps.
It's productive.
It makes me feel excited about being bummed out. Anytime I catch myself being bummed out, I'm like, oh shit.
I know.
It's coming right now.
It,
Yeah, I mean, because I was happy because I was stupid. I was happy because I was stupid. That's
I mean,
it. No,
I do think that's a funny way of
I'm trying to really kick my shit. Like, oh my God, man. Man, I should have done something. Man, I called myself. I was going to do. I'm trying to hit that motherfucker in my brain with this tone. And then you hit it with this tone, it's like, but,
it got
he doesn't know what to do.
because it's just a positive outlook.
Yeah, I'm like,
You're looking at things. I see your bright side. You see the bright side all the way through.
I mean, you could, if I say that to myself, then I get back into the bullshit. What? Oh, the bright side? Who are you? Fucking guy, the guy that made the fucking thing that rhymes, the book, the cat in the hat, everything's flappy.
Yeah.
No, fuck that shit. I'm like, cringe. Now, and then the cringe comes through in my brain. No, you don't understand, bro. It's intense. It's intense. No, I can't give my brain too easy of a language. Because my language model fucks it up.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
See, but like, don't you think that
That's what knowledge of myself. I know how to I gotta trick my own brain. I don't mean tricking your own brain, but if you have to do it like this, you know what I mean? Like, you just gotta be. You remember the movie Split? That's it. That's how you do it. You let the motherfucker in the light that's speaking the right shit, and you put that motherfucker down. Yeah, hey man, but what if you fuck up? Well, what if I don't? Motherfucker.
straight up?
Yeah. What if I don't? You put the motherfucker in the light. The motherfucker that's hyping you up. Not the motherfucker that's like, so, well, what if you miss the ball? No. What if I don't? What if I make a home run that breaks the fucking lights?
Yeah.
Yeah, what if I do that? It's the same energy. You can do that with your brain with the same amount of energy.
And you're saying this is where you're tapping into with the only
Now,
right.
Now, I'm doing that forcefully. I'm forcing myself to do that.
And that's what I was saying earlier is that this is what I mean by looking at the positive side of things.
Yes.
And I think because when I was inviting you to
Glass half full shit. It's the glass half full. Yeah.
I was just inviting you to say like, you know, we can always be working on having kind language to ourselves.
Yes.
I know what you mean about like, you know, like
kind language is tough love. You know, motherfucker, you better than this. That's like kind language to me.
Respect.
It works for me.
I appreciate you.
Yeah. That I tried that to people and it breaks them down. And I'm like,
So some people,
and I'm like, come on, you can do it, you motherfucker. They can't do it. They can't do it. So I gotta switch it up. But for me, if I give myself any out, I will use it. I'm too smart for my own good. I'm too smart for my own good. So I gotta suffocate the bullshit, my own bullshit.
yeah,
I can come up with the best fucking excuses.
but you won't let that happen.
Now,
Yeah.
I don't waste it enough fucking time.
Listen, it was work, man.
No, I wasted time where I was sitting on my ass thinking that I was doing enough, celebrating mediocrity, and being like, yeah, no, it's enough. You know, it wasn't. You know, it was that. I was coming up with excuses to feel better about the work I was not doing.
Right.
I call it like it is, so I don't have an excuse. I cannot, if I don't say that to myself, I don't do it.
Right. It's like wanting the A+ reward with C-.
David Goggins is my language, my love language to myself is David Goggins.
But he even has this thing that he calls the cookie jar, which is like you can read into it and remind yourself. I think
you're a bad motherfucker. Yeah, no, but you don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
I take sauce with fucking no, it's different.
Have you heard his podcast with Joe Rogan?
Am I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In his book?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I own it. Yeah, I've already listened to it a couple times.
Because they do like a radio show.
In the middle. It's a podcast. I love it. I always recommend it. It's one of the books.
Like, you should get it all on.
Like, 100%. And it is, don't read it. It's not as good. Don't get the actual result. So all the motherfucker that reads it, but in between, they take a break and then they get the Goggins answer questions to provide the shoe provide songs. Man, not the different. Yeah, bro, don't sweat you, right? Yeah, I know. My favorite clip is when he tells Joe Rogan, like a birthday, he'd send him a birthday message for his birthday. And it reads like, on this day, you were born. And that means on that day, you were eligible to die. I hope you're not taking this day to be a lazy fuck and sitting on the couch. I tell you what, the birthday bitch, the alien bitch blows birthday, eating all the fucking cake, and eating all the fucking shit. I'll be going out there, staying hard, and getting after it.
That's his way of saying love.
Happy fucking birthday! 5 exclamation points. Dying out! 6 exclamation points. You watch it? No, I think that jeez. I love this. Yeah.
Brothers.
He's the one that gets me to motivate. Like when I'm being a bitch, he yells at me.
That's the
Who's gonna carry the boats? And I'm like, oh fuck, okay, well, I gotta get it. I gotta get the most David Goggins do. That's it.
That's a real one.
That's it, man.
Yeah, I was listening to it was audio. Yeah, because it's how
I'm ready to go.
I listened to David Goggins, bro. Like while I was in my workout, and it was like some of the best workouts.
Oh shit! No, you tapping in primal. I'm going in primal. Yeah, I know. Yeah, what you know what the fuck I said? Superset everything, boy.
Everything's like
You're Euro training with Terry Crews.
no.
All of this. I got to thank him.
Yeah, I only
He does this with the weights. Euro training. And then he's like, okay, that's one. No, it's just one rep. After he did a lot of things, that's one rep.
So
And you gotta do it again. Like, and the guy's like, okay, now you do it. We're 45. So like,
yeah, and that's actually to moving all of these shit around. He's like it's dynamic. He's like dynamic. That was
Euro training.
no,
The best one.
that is amazing.
It's funny, bro. It's full of show. I think my family and kids or something.
Everybody thinks Chris.
My wife works. I don't know. It's a funny ass show. It's funny as show. He shows out a spot in Euro trading.
The best Terry Crews like role that I've seen of him is in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And he's
Probably sad with President Camacho from Idiocracy.
but
That one is intense.
I haven't seen all of it like this work, work like that, but that was like the most exposure I've ever had to Terry Crews through that show. So that's
Tech thing in there.
yeah, bro, you can everywhere.
So in after you training, anytime he does a set, the guy's like, yo, so if I do that, I'm gonna be like you. He's like, in. Be fucking trying to get your in.
Terry Crews is like tired goals, body wise, but
No, it's too much.
I think it's like he's
You have to chill.
no, yeah, I don't think I was like that.
I mean, we can have some HGH. I needed that 35. I need that human growth. All the way.
Well, I mean, it's supplements. Like I get how some people would do.
Let's get it. They call Joe Rogan knows this. They call it something labs. I get the tank, the fucking tank. I get the sauna. I get some HGH. I get a little testosterone. Thursdays, supplemented with a little mushrooms on Fridays. Couple of DMT slices on Saturdays. You know what I'm saying?
Sauna,
Fat blood,
just to get
fat blood on Sundays. Come on, y'all.
it's like the Wolf on Wall Street.
After this, I hope you know that my best work is gonna come out. Once you start seeing me on solo as a tank shit, like when I start hitting those middle vibes towards the end of their career, you know what the fuck I'm on. Don't ask. Just fucking let me live. Me enjoy my goddamn life.
I feel like you're gonna be the person like meditating.
Don't do drugs, whatever it is. Goddamn, don't do drugs.
Don't do hard drugs.
Don't do hard drugs. Do medicine. Do plants.
Yeah, natural stuff.
Yeah, smell the plants. Their smell. Anyways, continue, please. Yeah. You're getting it ugly. All right, so yeah, Joe, what about you? Go, please.
What should the world remember about you?
Nothing, hopefully, other than my work. No, just my work. But they will be like, "What just made this shit?" Like this guy. Where is he guy? Yeah, my
What
work.
do you want on the field?
It would have to be a source. just the source, as close as I can get to for them to feel the source. That's what I tap into, the void. So if I can connect them to where I go, when I make music and they can go there, done. They can experience it there.
I think the best visualization that we've seen of this, and we've talked about it before, is from the movie Soul.
Yeah,
where
that place. That place. Yeah, I'm not going to put them there when they listen to my track. They're like, what the fuck am I? Where did I go when I listen to that track? Yeah, that's what I want.
I think music is incredible.
But it's an elusive thing, man. This is so elusive because this is the problem. Me saying that makes it music natural. Is that feeling of a fucking art? Like it's a thing. It's a
decent recognizing it.
Even saying that I want it makes them be like, no, you're too vain for it. You don't deserve it. It's too vain for you to deserve that other people feel of you or of your work that much. You shouldn't even want that. And that's the problem. Many times I take my own thing because of that. Because I want this grainy thing. I want King House to have this big name. But I won't get to that by having that intention.
Right. But you described it before.
It's crazy.
You described making music before as making yourself as clean
a vessel.
Yeah,
you're an antenna, a vessel, a thing.
Whatever it is that you're picking up, it's brought to your mind, and that you just
it takes over.
It goes.
It takes over me.
Yeah. Is that a bridge by which you'd want people to connect with, or is it something deeper still? Like when you feel connected to the source, is it that feeling that you're trying to portray to your audience?
I hope. Okay, I don't know. Like, how would I be able to know? Sometimes I feel, but I am musical too. So I sometimes I wonder, is it because I'm musical that I am able to tap into that with other people's work? Like with Kendrick or something, that I can tap into that realm with his music, even though I didn't make it. So I hope I can do that for other people. But I don't know if only musicians can do this.
Well, look,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you remember, I made the comment to you while I was sitting down there, and I said, like, I'm so glad this song came on. I feel like it's God talking. That's what I was saying, you know?
That kind of shit.
Yeah.
That. Imagine that being one of my songs.
Like God reminding me, like, listen to this. Like,
make song you saying, whatever I created, being an instrument for that, to cause that effect on another human.
Yeah.
That is what I want to figure out more. And I know it. No, I know it. And it's doing the push-ups and it's removing myself and not wanting to have that. It's so weird. It's the weirdest shit.
Yeah. But I can tell you this, brother, it is all within you. It's always been within you.
Oh,
I know you know that. I'm just letting others know.
It's a gift and a curse.
Indeed. But yeah, what we do with that is how we balance both of those.
Yeah.
That's so we keep ourselves aligned to our principles, our values, and ensuring that we are outputting, you know, I think you've talked about good input, good output, you know.
That's it. It's like ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It's the same thing, y'all. It's just like that guy said. We're just the same thing. We're just randomized, make computers with some basic DNA code to boot up, and then we just go through and get trained by life.
Yeah.
With reconditioning or reinforcement learning. That's what we do.
You've done a good job. Here's a raise.
Yes. We're super fucked up shit, and then that's like an exception in the code, and they're like, oh shit, don't run through that.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't run through that piece of code again. That shit is fucked. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Batista, man, we hit the point of the show. Boy, I like to put the mic in the hands of my guests. And it's in this time where I know it's probably a bad example.
No worries, Fleet.
But it's in this time that I invite my guests to give words of love, of encouragement, a plug, a shout out. So whatever your heart compels you, we'd love to know, what do you have to say to the world?
Okay. So, I mean, first of all, don't sleep, don't Quest. Don't sleep, motherfuckers. You're sleeping. You see who's not sleeping here? I am here, motherfucker. You know who's not here? You. You know who could be here? You. We could be asking you questions about what is it and how is it that you were able to build this amazing fucking thing that you built? That thing that you've been thinking about. You've been like, nah, but maybe I'm not the right person. What if you are the right person? What if it's up to you for us to have that as humanity? And you're just gonna sit there and wait until you feel motivated to do it? Or you have all the fucking answers? Get your ass up try to do it, sell while you're doing it, sell while you're doing it, sell while you're doing it. You see what I'm getting at? Keep doing that shit. Once you start getting comfortable and you're like, man, I love this failure shit. Then the win comes through and you're like, I was just getting comfortable to fucking losing. Walk into the game. Do that again. And that's it. There's nothing else. Everybody that has won, I have read all the fucking books. I'm 35. I've read all the fucking books from like 25 until now, 10 years, studying this fucking shit. How did they make it? How were they able to? They must be special. They must have special capabilities. Everybody said, I didn't quit. I kept trying, even though I failed so many times. I kept believing in myself, even though everybody said, oh my God, you're crazy. And that's all they do. So if you have an idea, if you have something you want to do, get it done. And once you get it done, come over here by the Quezt compass. You know what I mean? So you can actually give us some input and we can learn from your shit too, motherfucker. And I'm not even done. I'm just getting started. So I'll hear you back in another episode when we get some shit talking. Yeah.
See, it's like
How it goes.
yeah, I know Joe Rogan has people he's invited 3, 4, 5 times. Like
Same. I mean, you're on my podcast too all the time. So
yeah, it's actually
this is all we do. It's a whole network of creatives and stuff. You know what I mean? Making the future happen. Shout out Kid Money. Shout out Kid Money. Shout out Kid Money.
yeah, we love you too. It's fun, dog.
Yeah.
Yo, you're a real one. I appreciate that. It was an opportunity for you to plug, and even then, you still.
I mean, you know, everybody knows who I am. I'm famous already. You see how it is. So I don't have to say.
It's one of the many qualities that I admire about you, and it's something I'm very, very grateful for. I can't tell you how grateful I am that have you on this show. It's something I've been looking forward to for a long time. I mean, first IRL showing that I've ever had in my life. So, and it makes me confirm that this is a good place to be.
It's the vibe, bro.
This is the
vibe. The vibe is
it's so much different. One of the best shows. 100%.
We gotta get this set up. So King House Production is gonna be helping Quezt as well with some of the productions.
Speaking of which, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to find all of the information on Batista, you can certainly do so by visiting at Batista KHP on just about every single social.
Pretty much.
Be sure to check out BatistaOnTheBeat.com. If you could please, while you're there, also hit up KingHousePro.com. Is that correct? The right website? Yoswani.com.
Yeah.
And check out all of the magic. I'm telling you, there's so few people that are doing the amount of fucking work that these two right here. Shout out also to Ruby, who is not on camera at the moment, but Ruby and Batista are two icons.
Man.
And I'm grateful to even be in their presence. So tap in, get connected, follow them on socials. You're looking at two very, very wise folks who know how to do the fucking work, aka hard people to come by. Ladies and gentlemen, be sure to follow us on Twitter as well. That's at Quezt XYZ, QUEZTXYZ. Visit our website, quest.xyz. That's where we keep up all the latest and greatest. And as always, keep it real, be nice to each other, don't be a dick. Show some love every now and then, and things will get better. Thank you for being here, brother.
Thank you, bro.
We'll see you on the next one. Peace.